Welcome back, guys, to Mathematical Mindset. So we have the Cambridge University entrance interview question here that says x is equals to the square root of 5x plus the square root of 6x. We are to solve for x. So the first thing we want to do right here is to simply square both sides of the equation. So square both sides of the equation. We have this to be x squared equals to the square root of 5x plus the root of 6x all squared. So this is going to cancel out this, and we have that x squared is equals to 5x plus the root of 6x. So once we're done with it, the next thing we want to do is to isolate the remaining square root term on one side. So taking this way, isolating this, we have this to be the root of 6x is equals to x squared minus 5x. So the next thing we want to do is to square both sides one more time. So squaring both sides, we have this to be the root of 6x all squared is equals to x squared minus 5x all squared. So this is going to cancel out this, and we have that 6x is equals to x squared minus 5x all squared. So we have this right. So the next thing we want to do is to simply expand the right hand side of this equation. So expand the right hand side of the equation. We have that x squared minus 5x all squared. This is equal to x squared minus 5x multiply x squared minus 5x. And if we expand this, we have this to be x raised to the power of 4 minus 10x cubed plus 25x squared. So therefore, from this point, we have that 6x is equals to x raised to the power of 4 minus 10 raised to the power of x cubed plus 25x squared. So the next thing we want to do is to simply rearrange the equation and set it to 0. So this is going to become x raised to the power of 4 minus 10x raised to the power of 3 plus 25x raised to the power of 2 minus 6x is equals to 0. So the next thing we want to do is to factor out x, because x is a common term right here. So factor out x, we have that x is into x raised to the power of 3 minus 10x raised to the power of 2 plus 25x minus 6 is equals to 0. So from this, we have that x is equals to 0, or x cubed minus 10x squared plus 25x minus 6 is equals to 0. So we have our first value for x, which is x is equals to 0. So let's solve the other part of this equation. We have that x cubed minus 10x squared plus 25x minus 6 is equals to 0. So for this, we have that 10x squared can be written as x cubed minus 6x squared minus 4x squared is going to give us minus 10x squared. Then plus 25x can be written as plus 24x plus x minus 6 is equals to 0. So I was able to expand 10x squared and 25x right here. So the next thing we want to do is to factorize. We factorize this 2, factorize this 2, and factorize this 2 right here. So for the first one, what is common between the both of them? We have it to be x squared, and here we have x minus 6. Then for this part, we have it. What is common? We have 4x to be common, so we have this to be minus 4x into x minus 6, because minus times minus is going to give us plus. Then here we have 1 to be common, so we have x minus 6 all equals to 0. So from this, we have that x minus 6, we have x squared minus 4x plus 1 is equals to 0. So we have been able to factor out this to have this right here. So solving that right there, we have that x minus 6 is equals to 0, or x squared minus 4x plus 1 is equals to 0. So we have this right here. So from the first part, we have that x is equals to 0 plus 6 and x is equals to 6. So this becomes the second value for x. So let's solve in this part. We have x squared minus 4x plus 1 is equals to 0. So we are going to solve using the quadratic formula. So solve using the quadratic formula. And we know that x is equals to minus b plus minus the root of b squared minus 4ac all into 2a, whereby we have a to be 1, b is equals to minus 4, and c is equals to 1. So we have that x is equals to minus into minus 4 plus minus the root of minus 4 squared minus 4, we have a to be 1 and c to be 1, all into 2a, which is 1. So x is equals to minus times minus is plus, so we have 4 plus minus the square root of minus 4 squared is 16. Minus 4 times 1 is going to give us minus 4 over 2. And right here we have that x is equals to 4 plus minus the square root of 16 minus 4 is going to give us 12 over 2. X is equals to 4 plus minus the root of 12 can be written as 4 times 3 over 2. So x is equals to 4 plus minus the root of square root of 4 is 2. So we have 2 root 3 over 2. So factorizing the numerator, we have 2 to be common. So we have this to be 2 into 2 plus minus the root of 3 over 2. So this is going to cancel out this, and x is equals to 2 plus minus the root of 3. So x is equals to 2 plus root of 3, or x is equals to 2 minus the root of 3. So we have this to be the third value for x, and we have this also to be the fourth value for x. So we want to verify which of these values for x is a valid solution to this question. So to verify, now the possible values, we have that the possible values of x are, we have x is equals to 0, x is equals to 6, x is equals to 2 plus the root of 3, and x is equals to 2 minus the square root of 3. So we want to simply verify. So starting from x equals to 0, we have our question to be x is equals to the square root of 5x plus the root of 6x. So for x equals to 0, we have that 0 is equals to the square root of 5x is 0 plus the square root of 6 of 0. So this is going to be 0 equals to the square root of 5 times 0 is 0 plus root of 0. So 0 is equals to the square root of 0 plus 0, and 0 is equals to 0. So we can say that x equals to 0 is a valid solution, or is a valid solution for that right there. So let's go on to for x equals to 6. We have the question to be x equals to the square root of 5x plus the square root of 6x. X is equals to 6, so this is 6 equals to the square root of 5 of 6 plus the square root of 6 into 6. So 6 equals to the square root of 6 times 5 is 30 plus the square root of 36. So 6 is equals to the square root of 30 plus the root of 36 is 6. So 6 is equals to the square root of 30 plus 6, 36. 6 is equals to the square root of 36 is 6. So 6 is equals to 6. So we can say that x equals to 6 is a valid solution. So let's go on to x equals to 2 plus the root of 3. So we say for x equals to 2 plus the square root of 3, we have that x is equals to the square root of 5x plus the root of 6x. So we have this to be 2 plus the square root of 3 is equals to the square root of 5 into 2 plus root 3 plus the square root of 6 into 2 plus the root of 3. Okay, so we have that 2 plus the root of 3 is equals to the square root of 5 times 2, 10, plus 5 times root 3, we have this to be 5 root 3, plus the square root of 6 times 2 is 12, plus 6 root 3. So we have this right here to be this. So from here we know that 2 plus the square root of 3 is equal to the square root of 10 plus 5 root 3. Now this is a perfect square, so this can be written as plus the square root of 3 plus root 3 all square. So we can write this to be this. So this is going to cancel out this, and we have that 2 plus the square root of 3 is equals to the square root of 10 plus 5 root 3 plus 3 plus root 3. So 2 plus the square root of 3 is equals to the square root of 10 plus 3 is 13 plus 5 plus 1 will give us 6 root 3. Now as we can see that this is not equal to this. So this is not a valid solution. So let's go on to the last one, which is 4. X equals to 2 minus the root of 3. So x is equals to the square root of 5x plus the root of 6x. So we have this to be 2 minus the root of 3 is equal to the square root of 5 into 2 minus root 3 plus the root of 6 into 2 minus the root of 3. So from this we have that 2 minus the root of 3 is equal to the square root of 5 times 2, 10, minus 5 times root 3 will give us 5 root 3, plus the square root of 6 times 2, 12, minus 6 times root 3. So 2 minus root 3 is equal to the square root of 10 minus 5 root 3 plus. So since this is a perfect square, this is going to become the square root of 3 minus root 3 all square. So this is going to cancel out this, and we have 2 minus the root of 3 is equal to the square root of 10 minus 5 root 3 plus 3 minus root 3. So 2 minus the square root of 3 is equal to the square root of 10 plus 3 is 13, minus 5 minus 1 will give us minus 6 root 3. So this is not equal to that. So we can say this also is not a valid solution. So hence the possible values for x, we have that x is equals to 0 or x is equals to 6. And guys, this is our final answer. And guys, if you are not yet subscribed to Mathematical Mindset, please do where to click onto the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. And with this guys, I'm going to see you in the next video.